Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived in Ukraine on an African peace mission to resolve the Russian war. The president is accompanied by International Relations Minister Naledi Pandor. While President Ramaphosa, as well as other African leaders, are attempting to mediate the conflict that has been going on for over a year now. Since yesterday, security and media personnel were blocked from disembarking the plane at a Polish airport, with authorities citing issues around their visas as well as the types of weapons they were carrying. The presidency says the delays are not a cause for concern, though. Well, our senior reporter, that's eNCA's Aviwe Mtila, has more on the story.
We just got a message from the captain of this SAA chartered Airbus here on day 3 of us being stuck inside this bus. The message is that they're going to open the doors now, as we've been literally inside the bus for the last 3 days. Last night at around midnight, we saw a standoff that's between the Presidential Protection Services as well as the Polish police. They wouldn't let us disembark here. We've got at least 100 personnel of the PPS and journalists, about 20 or so journalists that are here, of course, to cover the peace mission that's between the African delegates and the Russian and Ukraine counterparts. In fact, I've got Peter de Toit, a seasoned journalist, just to get his experience on this whole mission. Peter, how's it been for you? 3 days stuck literally inside this this chartered flight.
Yeah, look, I think we're laughing now. We might be grinning and people might think we find this funny, but it's absolutely not funny. I think we've now reached the stage of delirium where we're laughing at everything because it's become so farcical. I mean, yesterday, the original plan when we landed here yesterday was still to go and accompany the president on his visit to Kyiv, from where we will obviously move to St. Petersburg. Now, all of that has been thrown into disarray. From a journalistic point of view, it's been enormously frustrating, and the folks back home certainly have more information about what happened on the ground with the president than we have. But secondly, the fact of the matter is that the security team that was supposed to provide security for the president has been prevented from doing so. So this is an unmitigated disaster. I think there will be diplomatic consequences, and I think there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered.
And then just on the experience inside the plane, I know we have now limited resources. We've got limited water. The food is minimal.
Yeah.
My feet are swollen because of the I don't know, the lack of sleep that we're having. Do we even have a way forward here?
Not at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen. All the salty cracks are now finished. We've only got warm water left, so it is beginning to resemble a refugee camp aboard this plane. But we've got no indication when we will be leaving, where we will be going to, or what the position from the Polish authorities are. I think last night's press conference that you referred to with General Wally Rueda, the head of the Presidential Protection Services, was quite revealing, accusing Poles of racism and saying that they're sabotaging the South African effort, and it certainly looks like that.
And also we heard, of course, that incident where a female diplomat, part of the Presidential Protection Service, was stripped naked in front of the male Polish authorities.